And give me that fire, fire, back. Give me that flame, flame, flame.
What is up, guys? It's the Saint here, coming off a very medium pay-per-view, Over the Limit, and It's Wrestling Discussions. We're going to go over the pay-per-view with our review of what we have, matches out of 5, and at the end we'll rate how the pay-per-view was out of 10. Would you like to introduce yourself, Mr. Brian Hero?
Of course. I am the gift of greatness, the unintroduced Hall of Famer, Brian Hero. Here, just got off watching Over the Limit at WrestlingDiscussionLive.web.com.
Yeah, there was a little technical problems, but we made it through it. Nothing big, just your normal. But just to start off the show, the stage I did not like. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that it was the same pretty much as last year, just the cars were different. That's about.
I had no problem with the stage.
I get tired of the same old stages. I like the old pay-per-views where they had the stages were all different, but now it's just kind of like HD minitrons and random things.
I still like the stage. I thought it was fine.
It's whatever. Alright, let's go into the first match of the night, the opener, which was R-Truth versus Rey Mysterio, which R-Truth did come out first and did one of his promos about parking tickets or whatever. I don't know.
I thought his promo was pretty good.
It was pretty decent. It's the normal R-Truth promos, but that's about it out of him. And it was a pretty decent match all around. Nothing flashy, nothing really stood out for me. I gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
I liked it. I thought it was a good way to get the fans in it. I thought it went a little too short, and the ending came a bit out of nowhere. I'm gonna give it 2 3/4.
Alright. And I forgot to say the winner. The winner was R-Truth, which I predicted, and I am actually 8-0 tonight. That's what I got. So
I was 5-3.
Alright, moving on to the second match of the night, which was Barrett versus Ezekiel Jackson for the IC title. It was a pretty solid match in my opinion. It was just your normal powerhouse versus a non-powerhouse. But I didn't like the ending there where Jackson won by disqualification with the core running in and doing all that. It was not a good way to end that match, but it kind of was a good way to keep on the rivalry. But we'll see what happens.
What do you give it?
Oh, what did I get? Sorry. 2.75 out of 5. I thought it beat out the R-Truth and Mysterio match, but that's just in my opinion on that.
I gotta disagree. For the life of me, I tried to get into this match, but I just couldn't get into it. It felt way too long for me, and the finish I did not like at all. You could have gotten that way somewhere else, but I give it 2 stars. I just couldn't get sucked into it.
Alright. Next match was probably what everybody thought would be match of the night, but in my opinion wasn't really that good. It was Sin Cara versus Chavo Guerrero, which my biggest thing of the match was there was too many arm drags by Sin Cara in my opinion. Way too many. And about 2 or 3 botches in the match, and the ending was a botch. A botched Hurricane Rana pin, which actually ended the match and Cara won. I gave it a 2.75.
I still enjoyed the match. I didn't think there was too many arm drags. Sin Cara did his normal flashy stuff. He's getting better in the ring. Or I should say that he's getting more WWE stylish.
Yeah.
He's starting to get away from that Mexican Lucha Libre, which will stop the botches, which is good, but yeah, the botch ending I didn't like. But I still enjoyed it. I give it 3 stars.
You gave it 3 stars, alright. Moving on, which was the fourth match of the night, and before that match, Alberto Del Rio did come out and had one of his normal promos. He even said something bad about Canada, which
That's why I hate him.
yeah, my partner here is Canadian, and he didn't like that too much. But that had Showing Kane come out and made him leave the ring. Which
I like what Keane said about the Rapture.
Oh yeah, I'm mad right now because yeah, that was funny. I'm not gonna get into that. But and then as soon as that happened, they got right. New Nexus came out, which consists of only Punk and Ryan because Kane and Big Show attacked the Nexus beforehand. The match was pretty solid in my opinion. There was Batista chance to Mason Ryan during the match, which I thought was pretty funny. That made my night on that. The winners was Showing Kane with a double choke slam on Mason Ryan. I gave the rating a 3 out of 5. It was a pretty decent tag match, but not the best that I've seen in a while. But it still was worthy of a 3 out of 5.
I thought it was decent. Punk looked very weak though,
Yeah,
which I
he
didn't
did.
like. It was still enjoyable to an extent.
Mhm.
Batista Jr. did well.
He did.
Overall, it was a good match.
I have to say
I give
this.
it-
Oh, or finish what you got. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna say, I give it 2.5.
2.5. I do have to say this about Mason Ryan, and we did talk about this in the chat a little bit, is that he does have underrated in-ring skills. He needs to work on his mic skills, but they're not that bad. But he could be a
His
man
mic skills are really bad in my opinion.
Yeah, you're you, and you are picky about mic skills. Not all of us are picky, but
I
his
am.
in-ring skills are very good. He could be a main eventer one day,
Yeah.
which I'm hoping for. But anyway, moving on to which possibly could be the worst match at Over the Limit. It was the WWE Divas Championship match. Brie Bella versus Kelly. Nothing special. I was barely watching this match, and when I did, it wasn't that good. Brie Bella won. Karma didn't even show up, which made no sense to me because they kept doing that. And I gave it a 1.5. How about you?
It was a typical Divas match. Nothing special. My pick was wrong.
All your picks were
Karma didn't come
wrong.
out. I got 5 out of 3. But anyways, finish I didn't like. I'm gonna give this a half a star.
A half. You're giving it a half. Alright. Moving on to which is my personal match of the night. Nothing really special.
I told you.
It was special enough to be match of the night. Alright. The World Heavyweight Championship match. Christian versus Orton. It was special all around. Christian even got a spear in there. It was just a great match. Orton won though, which was predictable. This whole entire pay-per-view was predictable, but we'll probably get to that in the end. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5.
I'm also giving it a 3.5. Also known as 3.5. I told you it was gonna be match tonight, and they did very well. Christian did his normal awesome
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and Orton clicked in it. I was impressed. Orton looked pretty well in this match.
He didn't look like his normal Borton, so. But,
Yeah, so he did very well. I give it 3.5. Kind of a heelish thing, but at the end with Christian Orton.
yeah. That could lead to a heel turn by Christian. Moving on to probably the third worst match of the night. I'm going to go with third. No, I'll go with second worst match of the night, which was Cole and Lawler, the match that finally ended their rivalry, the Kiss My Foot match. Lawler won, finally. Make Cole shut up. You had, at the ending, you had JR, Eve, and Bret Hart, who made a surprise appearance, come out and help, not help win, but just help make it seem better, which really didn't help in my opinion. And I gave the match 2.5.
I can't really rate this match. I don't want to give it a dud because there was a feel-good moment in it, and it wasn't that long. So I'm gonna give it an NA, no rating for me.
Alright, that's fine. Moving on to the main event of the evening, which is probably one of the worst I Quit matches that I've ever seen. John Cena versus The Miz for the WWE Championship. John Cena won, even though he only did one thing in the whole entire match. I give the match a 2.5 out of 5. I do have to say this one thing. They did take the recording message from like how they did it with Mankind and The Rock in their I Quit match. They did it in this match, trying to make The Miz win like that. But The Miz's dismay, the same ref who's almost been in every Miz's title match, made them restart the match, which took away from the match, in my opinion. But, you know, what are you going to do?
Had good storytelling. I was actually liking it until the ending. The ending ruined it for me because Miz took a title shot, a few little strap shots, and the STF. That's it. And that made him quit. That's pathetic.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
I wouldn't quit from that. So, I did like the ending. It would have gone a lot higher for me, but I'm giving it 2.5. If Miz took more punishment at the end, I would have liked it. And plus, there was no major spot that you normally see in the I Quit.
No, there wasn't. Another thing that really messed up the I Quit match was Alex Riley in the whole entire match, which really took away from the match also. Really didn't feel like an I Quit match. It just felt like Miz do all this and then Cena wins with one thing.
I didn't mind Alex Riley in it.
I did because that's it. I felt like Russo booked the match, a 2-on-1 I Quit match. Well, at least there was no poll with like the WWE Championship on it.
Anyways, it was a good way to make Miz get the advantage, though.
Yeah, it was. It was good. We just gotta see what happens after with Miz now. We'll see what happens with him. Overall ratings, I'll let you go first with that.
I thought it was a okay show. I mean, you had a good world title match. Sin Cara and Chavo. Besides the botches, it was good. Everything else was just eh. I'm gonna give it 5.5 out of 10.
We're gonna disagree on this here. I gave it a little bit higher. It was a pretty solid pay-per-view. It's probably gonna be better, way better than what Capital Punishment looks like after that promo they put out for that. And it's just one of them put together pay-per-views that you put just to fill in slots. But I give it a decent 6.5 out of 10. It was a pretty good a pretty good pay-per-view overall. Definitely beats out some of TNA's pay-per-views by a long shot. But
and don't forget, wrestling discussions. We'll have Capital Punishment live.
We might also have Raw live tomorrow, and remember to hit the subscribe button up top. Give us a like, favorite this video, and just support us all the way because we'll have better things coming. Even on Wrestling Discussions live.webs.com, there is a forum there that you can join and talk about things. You can also send questions to this YouTube's inbox. And when we do our daily podcast on Saturday nights, you can come here to Tiny Chat. We'll link the Tiny Chat sometime when it happens. It will be live for you guys, and we'll record it and put it on YouTube for you. Anything you gotta say before we end this?
Nope, got nothing else to say.
Alright, well, thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you this Saturday